Good morning everybody and welcome to this very cozy reading vlog. I am sitting in my nightgown, which is just my dad's old shirt that I got when he passed away. So it's my nightgown now. And today we are going to read The Isle of the Lost. I thought I would try to make a reading vlog where we are reading one book and where I can share my thoughts with you throughout the book. I will make a spoiler-free wrap-up where I'm talking quickly about the book, spoiler-free, but this will probably be with spoiler because then I can talk to you throughout the book and talk to you about what I think about the book. So if you're not interested in reading this book but just want to hear my thoughts, then you can watch it. If you have read it and you want to hear my thoughts, then you can watch it. Or if you are planning on reading it right now, we can do something like I'm writing the next chapter I am reaching on the screen before each clip where I'm going to talk. Because then you can watch, and then when there's a block where it says chapter 3, then you know, okay, I shall read to chapter 3 before. You got it? Yeah, I'll try to make it like that, so we can actually read it together. I'm not sure Isle of the Lost is one of the books that people really are interested in reading, to be honest, because it is kinda a children's book and it is based on the Descendants movie. It's time for the spoiler-free review. I did not like this book. I found it boring. I think it's fine for children when they love Descendants. I liked it, and I think I would like this book if I read it when I saw Descendants. I think I would have liked it then. Now it feels unnecessary and boring. It feels like a lot of name dropping where they were just talking about a bunch of different characters from the good old classic Disney movies. There was no reason for why they were talking about them. If you really love Descendants, I think you might like it, maybe. But I also think I realized I still like Descendants. I think it was a great movie and trilogy, and even the last movie was okay. But I'm not hooked on Descendants anymore. It's not like I need it. So it gave me kind of the vibe. I read the old High School Musical books where it was story about the characters, and they were basically made just to earn profit from it. Not because they had a story to tell or anything, but because it was characters you knew and you wanted to get as much out of it as possible. It was the same feeling I got here, and I loved the old High School Musical books when I was a kid, but as an adult, it's not great literature. I'm sorry, but it's not. It feels like they just did it for profit, and it's kind of the same feeling I got here. I finally think that we are done getting to know the characters. It's kind of boring because I do know the characters after watching 3 movies. So it's kind of boring to hear about them like that. And we have used a chapter on each character. One on Mel, Jay, Evie, Carlos and Ben. And it seems like it's starting to getting into a really story instead of just an introduction. So that's so nice. I am kind of interested if it's like the movie or if it's another story we are getting. I have no idea. It's slow. It's also a children's book, so that's fine. But it's slow and kind of boring. Probably because we know these people and these characters. The most interesting part, it feels like a lore story to Descendants, where you're getting to know the characters before they got to Oradon. We're getting stories about how Mel and Ye were best friends, and we're getting a story about how Mel did not like Evie, which we don't know from the movies. I actually always thought they had been friends. And how Carlos is that insecure guy who seems like he's about to get friends with Evie now. And I'm a little intrigued because I want to know how they all got friends. I also have some kind of feeling that they did not become friends before they were sent to Oradon. I'm a little intrigued about that question. How did Mel and Evie especially become friends? And Jay and Carlos, they are so close in the movies. How did they become friends in this book? Okay, I actually kind of like that in chapter 11 that Ben is not perfect. He's having this council meeting with a bunch of the helpers and their rights, and he is not perfect. He's actually kind of annoying, which is nice to see, because in the movies he pretty much always acted perfectly. Knew what to say, what was expected from him, and here he was drowning, kinda. So that was actually kinda nice to hear. That was in chapter 10, by the way. I'm at chapter 21 right now. I don't know, I actually don't like this book. I enjoyed in the sentence that we got stories about the different characters from the original fairy tales, but I think in this book it's just getting too much. Also, it's just mentioned constantly that, oh, it's one of Lucifer's kittens, or it's one of Diago's kids. It's the fucking animals' descendants we are talking about. I feel like it's getting a little out of hand. Hi. Hi. I'm done reading The Isle of the Lost. Got 2 stars. I am not satisfied at all. To be honest, it's a cute children's book, and it's a love story to Descendants, where we get to know how Mel and Eve and Carlos and Jay got their friendship. I get it, it's cute, but it was completely unnecessary. Honestly, I read it in 3 hours. 3 hours. And if it hadn't been that short, I would probably have DNF'd it, because I was bored out of my mind and I didn't want it. This is not something the author can do anything about, but the translation. There was so many writing mistakes, writing errors in the book. I literally just wanted to scream. But I gave it 2 stars. It was not horrible, but it was boring, and I was not interested in the book at all. I feel like it's a cute story about how they got friends and all that kind of stuff, but I did not need it. I did not need it. And Ben's part in this book, why was it there? I understand that the last chapter told us that this was right before he made the decision about letting the kids of the Isle get to Oradon. I get it. The reason why he chose that, because he is dreaming about Mel, and because he can't do anything good for the helpers. Oh, I can't do anything good for those who help us, but the villains! We should help the villains instead. What? We are getting told a lot about Audrey. A lot. It's very little actually. But we are told about Audrey in this book. And when I read it, I was like, this is not Audrey. Audrey is portrayed like the sweet girl that is too sweet and only cares about baking. Why are we portraying Audrey as if she is not only interested in becoming queen? That is literally the story of the movies, that Audrey is mad at Mel not because she wants Ben, but because she wants to be the queen. That does not make any fucking sense. On the other hand, the Beast is portrayed perfectly as I saw him in the movies. In the movies, I actually feel like he was portrayed as a good person. I never fell for that. Let me tell you. I never fell for that. I always felt like he was slick. He was, gross. He is a villain that took over the good kingdom and became their king. How did that even happen? And he is so gross throughout the full story. I'm mad at this book. It was not bad, but I did not like it. I did really not like it. And the stories, like, I want to hear more about Maleficent and the Evil Queen and Jafar and Cruella de Vil. We get a little bit about them all, but I want more. I want more about them and less about Ben. We could have made this book about the villains before they got to Ordon, and then we could have made a story about Ben and his job as the prince before he makes this proclamation. That would have been fine, but he was so unnecessary in this book.